Good morning. I hope that you were able to see the first video I made about the effect that stress has on teachers and students. And today I'm back to give you part 2, how to manage stress using your breath. On the first video, we talked about the benefits of breath work. And breath work is just simply connecting to your breath and noticing your breath as it moves through your body. This can enhance focus and attention. It can reduce stress and anxiety. It actually calms your mind and your body when you're in a fight or flight state. It can actually energize teaching and learning, and one great benefit of it is it improves academic performance. I hope you'll all join me in a breathing experiment. Let me explain what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is just take some shallow breaths into our chest, and then after that we're going to take some deep breaths that go from our chest all the way into our belly, and then I want you to compare how you feel on each one. All right, for the chest breathing, what I'd like you to do is to just sit comfortably in your chair. Maybe place one hand on your chest so that you make sure the breath stops right there. And let's just inhale into your chest and just exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just do that several times, stopping when the breath gets into your chest. Now check in how you feel when the breath just goes to your chest. Now we're going to do some deep belly breathing, and you may want to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly so that you can feel the air move all the way down your chest into your belly. And as you breathe in, your belly will expand, and as you exhale, your belly will come back in. So let's sit comfortably in your chair. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and let's take a deep breath inhale all the way into your belly. Your belly expand, and then exhale, release the breath. Let's do that several times. Inhale deep into your belly and exhale. Do that a few more times on your own. Inhale and let it out. Feel your belly rise as you inhale. Now that you've done some deep belly breathing, just check in and notice how you feel after those breaths. You may want to pause the video here if you're in pack time and just discuss this with the class. What did you notice when you breathed into your chest? Shallow breaths. And what did you notice when you breathed into your belly? Did you notice any difference? What was the difference to you? What I've heard when I do this breathing experiment in small groups is that a lot of times, you know, when you're panicked and you're real upset or anxious about something, you breathe into your chest and it gets your body all tense, and you're just like, and you're kind of like, feel like you're going to pass out, okay? When you're chest breathing, you're kind of in that panic state. But when you take the time to inhale deeply and breathe into your belly, it takes a minute and it starts to calm your system down so that you're more in a restful state, calm state, and it brings your anxiety level down. And what I'd like to suggest is that we all have a superpower, and it's simply being able to control our breath. I know when I used to run a lot, I would breathe in for 3 and I'd breathe out for 3 as I was running so that I could keep my breath steady as I ran and I wouldn't get all out of breath and breathing into my chest. So if you think of your breath, think of it as a superpower, and we'll do a few more experiments on some great exercises to help calm your system with your breath. There is actually some science behind this breathing, And our nervous system has two different parts. We have a sympathetic nervous system and we have a parasympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system is what is activated when you you walk into the house and you hear somebody, you're like, oh my God, what was that? So it's like when you all of a sudden start to panic, start to feel anxious, and you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So that is your sympathetic nervous system. It's called fight, flight, or freeze. Okay? So you're just like, ah. But when you begin to do the deep breathing, it taps into that parasympathetic nervous system, which allows your body to rest and digest, and it allows you to respond rather than react. Now, sometimes it's good to activate that sympathetic nervous system because if somebody's about to attack you or do something to you, you want to react and you want to be able to take care of yourself and protect yourself. But another good thing to do is when you're in an anxious state or you're in that kind of fight mode, if you can just take a second, slow down, rest, digest what's happening around you, and respond as opposed to reacting, it's going to be so much better for you and it's going to be so much better for your body. Now, I'm not a scientist, but the reason that the deep breathing allows our body to rest, digest, to calm down is because of this wonderful nerve in our body called the vagus nerve. It is the longest nerve coming from our brain, and it goes all the way from our brain, and it winds and wanders around our body into our abdomen. And it plays a very, very vital role in our parasympathetic nervous system. When you do the breath work, it stimulates the nerve, this vagus nerve, and it enhances your parasympathetic activity. It leads to relaxation, it leads to reduced stress, and it also leads to improved health. Because when you can keep your body calm and have a handle on your stress, emotionally, mentally, and physically, you are going to be so much healthier. Getting a little deeper into the science, which again, I am not a scientist, but breath work can actually rewire the brain, and it actually can cause structural changes to occur and behavioral changes. It can increase our focus, it can increase our learning and our memory, it can make our mood better, it can decrease emotional reactivity, and it can also decrease our anxiety. So, please focus on that breath the next time you're in one of those fight or flight situations and just see if you can change your behavior by honing in, activating that vagus nerve, and lowering your anxiety. All right, we're going to do a little exercise called balanced breathing. It's kind of like what I talked about when I used to jog and I'd breathe in for 3 and out for 3. But what we're going to do is we're going to start breathing in and out on the count of 3. Then we're going to increase it to 4. And then we're going to increase it to 5. Now, while we're doing this, if it doesn't feel good to breathe in for 4 and out for 4, or in for 5 and out for 5, don't do that. Find a number. It might be 2, it might be 3, but find a number that feels comfortable to you and just do the balanced breathing, the same number count in with your breath and the same number count out with your breath. So let's get started. Sit comfortably in your chair. And let's just begin to inhale for a count of 3. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. One more on 3. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. Now let's go to 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now just check in how you feel. 5 is too much for me. I feel very comfortable breathing in for 3 and out for 3. I think I could do anything in 3 and out 3, but you all probably have a different number than I do. But notice how you feel on the number that feels good for you, and just how does that feel taking it evenly in and evenly out. So now that you know how to do some different breathing types, belly breathing and balanced breathing in and out with the same level, why don't you try doing this at school sometimes? Teachers starting out with 3 collective breaths, in and out is a great way to settle your class. Maybe when they come in, maybe they've been at PE 3rd period and they come to you 4th period and everybody's kind of all hyped up. It's a great way to get everybody focused and ready to work in your class. It could be a great way to end class. They've been working hard. They need to take a brain break. You could take a little break, taking a few breaths in and out. Or if everybody seems a little sluggish, it also can energize you. So, when you do the breathing, you may want to inhale and exhale. We'll look at one like that next week. But why not try to unlock that superpower of breath in your classroom? You might notice that the kids really enjoy it. I've been doing a little bit of it in my class, 4th period, and some of them like it, some of them don't. But I'm offering the chance for them to connect to their breath and just relax their body. So why don't we end this session with 3 collective breaths. I invite you to find a comfortable seat, ground down through your feet on the floor, lengthen your spine, roll your shoulders down your back. You may want to place one hand on your heart and the other on your belly. And just begin to notice your breath. Each inhale and each exhale. You can keep your gaze down at the floor. You can close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or you can just keep them open. But let's take 3 collective breaths together. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Final breath. Deep breath in. And exhale. Notice how you feel after just taking those 3 breaths. And I hope that y'all will explore it in your classes some. I think you'll be surprised. And I think you'll like it. So let me know how it goes.